Hi guys, for this assignment we're going to be finding out the business value of IT in healthcare. For the homework, you want to copy and paste the chart for part 1 into an Excel spreadsheet because this is what we're going to be working with. Now after you copy and paste that chart into an Excel spreadsheet, for part 2 we're going to be finding the correlation between the index on cost of care per patient, which is also considered the usage. We're going to be finding correlation for the number of records and the correlation between the budget. After part 2 is done, we're going to be finding out we're going to be creating a scatter diagram to show the relationship between IT investments and the cost of care. And then lastly, for part 4, we're going to be figuring out what came first, IT investments or changes in the cost of care. Now since we already did part 1 and copy and paste this the chart into the spreadsheet, we can move on to part 2. So to calculate the correlation, the formula is equal coral. So this first cell here, we're gonna put the equal sign, and so we're gonna find the correlation between the number of records and the budget. So you're gonna type equal, type in coral, parentheses, highlight the records column, comma, then highlight the budget column, and then you close parentheses and then hit enter. For the next one, we're going to use the same formula and we're going to find the correlation between the cost of care and the budget. So we're going to hit equal, type in coral, parentheses, and you're going to highlight the cost column, comma, and then the budget column, parentheses, hit enter. The last one we're going to do is find the correlation between the cost of care and the number of records, and it goes through the same process. I highlight the cost column, comma, and the number of records. Close one of these and enter. So now if we're done with part 2, we're going to move on to part 3 and create a scatter diagram. So since we're trying to find the relationship between IT investment, also known as the budget, and the cost of care, also known as usage, to make it easier to make the scatter diagram, we're going to copy the budget and cost per patient column down below here in part 3. So go ahead and copy and paste that. After you've done that, highlight both columns, go to insert, and you want to go over here to the scattergram icon, then hit the first one and your scatter plot should pop up. Now to make these numbers more appealing, you want to go ahead and hit this icon, the chart filters icon. Or sorry, you want to double click it. Go to display units here, where it says none, hit the drop down menu and go to millions. And it should make it easier to look at and more pleasant to see. And you want to X out the format chart area. After we've done that, we want to create a trend line. And to do that, we'll go to add chart element, go to trend line, and you want to hit linear. This chart is showing a positive correlation. Now we're done with part 3. We want to go on to part 4 to find out which came first, the IT investment or the changes in cost of care using partial correlation. Partial correlation refers to the possible correlation between two random variables while controlling other variables. If the outcome is near 0, then the assumption of the model, either 1 or 2, has been met, and there is more support for that model. Now, looking here, model 1 is saying that the more money in the budget means that we can buy more computers, which are the electronic health records. And because there are more computers that we're buying because we have more money, we'll be getting more use and productivity out of the EHR system. That's model 1. Now if we use the partial correlation and this number is closer to 0 than the model 2 one, then we support the model 1 version and vice versa. The model 2 is saying that when we're using the EHR system more, we will be saving money to buy more computers to use the EHR systems, meaning that since we're using the EHR systems, there's more productivity. Now to calculate the partial correlation here, we're going to hit the equal sign and take the EHR and budget correlation times the EHR and cost index correlation minus the cost and budget correlation. Hit enter. We're going to get negative 0.46 for model 1. Model 2, we're going to hit equal. We're going to do the cost and budget correlation times the budget and EHR correlation minus the EHR and cost correlation. You want to hit enter. You get 0.12. This number is closer to 0 than this number. Model 2 is closer to 0 than Model 1. Therefore, we'll be going with Model 2. And since Model 2 is close to 0, that means that there's an increase in productivity leading to the budget increases for more EHR records, which leads to more use of the EHR. And all we can say that spending more money, Model 1, spending more money doesn't mean on EHR does not increase productivity. And that's all, folks. That's how you figure out the business value of IT.